Hello, welcome back. Today we are looking at frequency distribution table for ungroup data. Did you watch the video about introduction to statistics? I think you should watch that before viewing this one, because by so doing you will be able to connect the two videos and get a better understanding of what we are talking about. Otherwise, pay attention and learn about frequency distribution table for ungroup data. Now, what is frequency distribution table? This is how a frequency distribution table for ungroup data would look like. So it have the following columns: marks or scores. This column is also called the column X. So it is also called the X column, and then followed by tally marks. We know how to write tally marks. Tally marks we write by drawing slanted lines. For example, if you are talking about 4, this is what you draw: 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're talking about 5, then you're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you bundle them with the fifth one. If you're talking about 6, then it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. That is how we draw the tally marks. Then that is the column for tally marks. The next column is frequencies. This column records what you have written on the tally marks. If you have recorded 5 strokes, then you are going to write 5 on the corresponding frequency column. Then I have left 2 columns here which are blank, which are not named. This is very important that you have these other 2 columns, because some questions will tie the mean and the median of a data after generating or after making a grouped, frequency distribution table. Therefore, these 2 other columns will be helping you to determine the mean and the median. Let me give a very simple example of 3 scores, and we are going to determine whether mean and median of the following data. Assume that you collected data. Your first score was 10, and 10 was appearing 4 times, so we are going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the frequency column you are going to write 4. Your next score was 12, and 12 was appearing let's say 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and then we are going to write here as 3. And the last score was 15, and 15 was appearing also 3 times, 1, 2, 3, so we also write here 3. And then these 2 columns, which I'm saying that they're going to assist you determine the mean and even the median, are going to be, the first column is going to be f of x, meaning the product of the x column times that of the frequency column. The product of x times frequency gives you the f of x. Then what do we record on the next column? This is cumulative frequency column. Cumulative frequency column. And this one, to cumulate, is to add. This one you generate by adding these particular frequencies going down, starting with the first one to appear, and we are going to see that just in a few. Now we are going to add the total of frequency column. 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 3 is 10, so summation of f is 10. And then let us find the f of x. Our x is 10 and f is 4, so 4 times 10 is 40. The next, x is 12 and f is 3, so 3 by 12 is 36. And then the last one, 15 by 3, and that gives you 45. And then we are going to add and get the total summation of fx. So we are going to add 40 plus 36, that is 76, and then 76 plus 45, 76 plus 45, this is 11, carry 1, 12. So that gives you 12, so that is going to be 121. So you get that. Then let us now add the CF column. I said that to get the CF column, you start by adding the first one. So it is 0 plus 4 gives you 4. And then 4 plus 3. 4 plus 3 gives you 7. And then finally 7 plus 3 gives you 10. Like that. This column is going to assist you determine the median. Now, how do we get the mean? Some questions will be asking you, determine the mean, determine the median, and determine the mode of the data. So how do we get all of that? Let's see. How do we get mean? Mean is given by summation of f of x divided by summation of f. That is going to be, our summation of f of x is this one, 121, and summation of f is 10. So divide by 10. This one means that the mean is 12.1. That is it. Then how do we get the mode? Mode is the most common data. According to what we discussed yesterday in the previous video, mode is the most common score. And how do you know the most common score from a frequency distribution table? You look at that particular score with the highest frequency. In this case, our highest frequency is 4. 4 is the highest frequency. And which score is having the highest frequency? It is 10. And therefore mode, in this case, our mode is going to be 10. The mode is 10. Then how do we get the median? Median is that data that occupies the middle part of the data set. Median is that score that occupies the middle part of the data set. And how do you know the middle part? Take the total number of data. In this case, the total number of data is equal to the total frequency. So in this case, our total frequency is 10. Divide it by 2 to get the middle part. So this gives you 5. Now we are going to look for this 5 in this particular cumulative frequency column. 4 corresponds to 10, meaning if you arrange this data, 10 is going to occupy the first 4 positions, and then 12 is going to occupy from the 5th position up to the 7th position, and then 15 is going to occupy from the 8th position up to the 10th position. And therefore, if you're looking for the data that occupies that occupies the 5th position, where is it? The 5th position is inside 7. So therefore, we are going to find which score has got that cumulative frequency. It is 12. So now our median is going to be 12. That means that 10 occupies the first 4 scores, and then from the 5th score it is 12 up to the 7th score. So you can easily see that the median is sitting at the 5th score, and the median is at the 5th score, and it is 12 that sits at the 5th score. That is just an overview. The formula for finding the median or the mode, let me just review. We're saying that from a frequency distribution table, the mode is the score on the mark that has got the highest frequency, while the median is given by n over 2th position. That is where n is the total frequency. So that particular score that occupies n over 2th position is the score that appears at the middle, and that one you get from the cumulative frequency column, and you will be able to see where does n over 2 position fall. Let's look at real examples. The score by learners in a certain contest are as shown below. We have 7 all the way up to the end of the data, as you can see on your screen. Then the first requirement, you are told, make a frequency distribution table, hence determine the mean, median, and mode of the data above. Let us see how we are going to get the mean, median, and mode from the frequency distribution table. The first thing, you need to generate this frequency distribution table. And how do we generate that? We are going to arrange this score. You determine the number of times each score appears, and then you fill on the correct column. So let us see. So my column will have score, which is also called x, tally, f, and then f of x, all the way up to cf column, because we are required to also calculate the mean and the median. So therefore, which score will we start with? We are going to start with the lowest score. In our data here, the lowest score is 5. And how many times does 5 appear? We have 1, 2, 3. Is there any other? So we have 1, 2, 3 times. So it is appearing 3 times. So we are going to start with 5. And 5 tally 3 times, 1, 2, 3. Frequency will be 3. The next score is 6. 6 appears 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6 is appearing 7 times. So the next score is 6. 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and frequency is 7. The next score will be 7. How many times does 7 appear? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 is appearing 6 times, so we shall have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here is 6. The next is 8. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we shall have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here is 4. And then finally 9. 9 is appearing once. So 9 once. The tally is 1 stroke 1. So here will be 1, and then we get the total summation of f. So total summation of f, 3, that is 10, 16, 20, that gives you 21. Then we now get the f of x column. So 3 by 5, that is 15, 6 by 7, 42, 7 by 6, 42, 8 by 4, 32, and then 9 by 1 is 9, and then we get the total summation of f of x. That one will give us 140. And then don't fail to get the CF column. We say that CF column we are going to add, starting with the first one, going down, and please do not add the summation of f of x. We are adding from 3 up to 1. That is where we stop. So we're starting from 3. 3 add, start from 3. So 3 plus 0 plus 3 is 3. And then 3 plus 7, we get 10. And then 10 plus 6, we get 16. 4. And then 16 plus 4, you get 20. And then 20, finally 20 plus 1 gives you 21. And that marks the end of that particular table. Now, we were told that we should get the mean. So how do we get the mean? Mean is given by summation of f of x, summation of f of x, summation of f of x divided by summation of f. So summation of f of x over summation of f. That will be, our summation of f of x is 140. 140 divided by summation of f is 21. So divide by 21. If you divide that, it gives you 6.66667, which you can give to 4 figures. That gives you 6.667. This becomes our mean. What about median? Median is given by n over 2. You look for that particular position, n over 2. Total n is 21. So that is going to be 21 divided by 2. 21 divided by 2. If you take 21 and then divide by 2, that gives you 10.5. This is, you are going to look for this particular position from the frequency distribution table that you already worked out. So what will it be? 10.5 position. So here, the first two we have just reached. On the first two, you are only able to manage to reach the first 10 position. Then where is the 10.5th position that we are getting here? Which position, or where is it? So that will be within 16. And 16 corresponds, so we can circle up this so that we work with that particular score and everything about that particular score. So from 10 you go up to 16, and 10.5 is inside this particular cumulative frequency that we have here. So therefore, the corresponding score for this is 7. So therefore, we are going to give 7 as the median. So median is going to be 7, because 7 occupies from 10th position. The next is 7 all the way up to 16th position, and 10.5 is in between 10 and 11, meaning therefore 7 is the one that occupies that particular position, and therefore it is going to be 7 as the median. What about the mode? The mode, we said mode is the most common. mode is the most common score, or the score with the highest frequency. So in this case, you need to understand, or you need to determine in this particular frequency distribution table which is the highest frequency. Our highest frequency is 7, and the score with the highest frequency is 6, therefore, and therefore the mode is 6. Why? 6 is the score with the highest frequency. 6 is the score that got the highest frequency. 7 is the highest frequency, and the score with the highest frequency is 6 over here. So therefore the mode of the data is 6. Example 2. The number of shillings earned by sales agents in a week are shown below. So we have those particular scores. Then are being told make a frequency distribution table, and then from there determine the mean, median, and mode. So we want to work with all this using this particular data. So let's start with finding the mean. So how do we find the mean? We start by working scores against tally and filling this particular table. So the first score, the least score here is 50. So we start with 50. So 50. How many times does 50 appear in this data? So let's see. So we have 1. 50 is appearing once, so tally will be this. Frequency is 1. The next is 52. 52 is appearing also once, so we have 52. Tally is once and frequency is 1. The next is 55. How many times does 55 appear? 1, 2, 3 times. It's appearing 3 times, so we shall have 55, 1, 2, 3, so 3. And then the next is 57. How many times? 1, 2, 3, also 3 times, so 57, 1, 2, 3, 3. The next score is 58. 58 appears 1, 2, 3, also 3 times, so we shall have 58, 1, 2, 3. The next one is 59, and 59 appears once, so we shall have 59, so 1. And then the next score is 60. 60 appears 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It appears 5 times. 5 times 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here is 5. Let's say 59 was appearing twice. There was one here which we did not capture. Correct. So it is appearing twice. So let us correct this one. It should be 2 and not 1. So here is 2. And then finally we have 61 and 62. 61 and 62. 61 is appearing once. 62 is also once, so they are having the same number of times. 61 once, here is 1. 62 also once, here is also 1. So that is the main that we needed to work on. So we can now get the summation of f of x. So we add 1 plus 3 plus all that. If you add this, they should give you a total of 20 scores. And then we can now work f of x column. Let us work the f of x column. So 50 by 1 is 50. 52 by 1 is 52. 55 by 3 gives you 165. 3 by 57 gives you 171. 58 by 3 gives you 174. 2 by 51 should give you 2 by 59 should give you 118. And then 5 by 60 is 300. And then this one is 61 and 62. 61 and then 62 in that order. and then we can now add the sum of f of x. Sum of f of x gives us summation of f of x is going to be, if you add these values, it should give you 1153. And then let us now work on the CF. CF, we said that we are going to add the cumulative frequencies going down, starting with the first frequency is 1. So 1, at that point, 1 plus 1, we get 2. 2 plus 3 gives you 5. 5 plus 3 gives you 8. 8 plus 3 gives you 11. 11 plus 2 gives you 13. 13 plus 5 gives you 18. 18 plus 1 is 19, and 19 plus 1 is 20. Then this becomes the end of your working. So you now have enough data to work out the mean and the median and even the mode of the data. So how do we get the mean? We know mean is given by summation of f of x over summation of f, and that is going to be, our summation of f of x is 1153 and summation of f is 20. So that is going to be 1153 divided by 20, and this will give you 57.65. What about the median? Median we get by looking for n over 2th position from the cumulative frequency column. So n over 2 is 20 divided by 2. So we're looking for the 10th position. So where is the 10th position? 1, 2, going down. So here we have reached the 8th position, and then now here is 11th. So meaning the 10th position is inside the score that occupied up to the 11th position here. And which score is that? The score that we're talking about here is the score 58. So therefore we are going to say that the median is 58, because 58, if you look at this score, all the other score occupied up to 57, from 50 up to 57, they occupied the first up to the 8th position, and then 58 comes to occupy the 9th, the 10th, and even the 11th position. This is the meaning of 11 that we are having here, meaning 58 is therefore the one that also occupied the 10th position. So therefore the median is 58. What about the mode? Mode, we say that the mode is the most common. Mode is the most common. And how do we know the most common? In a set of data, that particular score with the highest frequency. So determine the highest frequency from this particular score. Here, our highest frequency is 5. So 5 is the highest frequency. And which score got the highest frequency? It was 60. So therefore, mode is 60. That is the score that got the highest frequency. And that is it. So I want you to practice by using this exercise. The number of errors made by students during a typing test were recorded as shown below. So we have that. Then we are told to construct a frequency distribution table for the data and then calculate the mean, median, and the mode of the data. That is it.